It looks like you are trying out our real world problem, and I have a situation that I come across every year because the prices always change on the boats, but I arrange a boat trip for kids who go to my church every year, and I was realizing as I was working on this would be a perfect problem for you to try and solve. So if you're listening to this, it probably means that you're feeling a little stuck. So I'm not going to tell you the answer, but I am going to help you think through this. So it says, and you can read along at the top, Mrs. King is planning a summer boat trip for 3 groups of kids. There will be 12 kids in each group, along with a total of 15 parents. Mrs. King is planning a summer boat trip for 3 groups of kids this summer. There will be 12 kids in each group, along with a total of 15 parents. Now I'm going to go and see what it is that I'm trying to figure out with this information. I understand that there's 3 groups of kids, there's 12 kids in each group, and then there's an additional 15 parents that are coming on this trip. What is the minimum? And in case you're wondering, another word for minimum would be the smallest amount. What is the smallest amount of boats Mrs. King needs to reserve if 10 people can fit in a boat? What is the smallest amount of boats Mrs. King needs to reserve if 10 people can fit in a boat? Show your thinking in the space below. So here's what I'm thinking so far. In order to figure out how many boats I need, I know 10 people can fit in each one, but I don't know how many people I have. But I know right up here, I have all the information that I need to figure that out. So I have the space below. I'm going to go and break up this space into 2 spots. So I'm going to have people, so I can figure out how many people, and over here I'm going to write boats, so I can figure out how many boats. So let's think this through. For the people, I know that I have 3 groups, and there's 12 kids in each of those groups. And then I also have 15 extra parents. So if I combine all of these, I'll know how many people I have. So first let me do 12 plus 12 plus 12, or I could also think of it as 12 times 3. And 12 times 3 is 36. Now I have this additional 15 that I'm going to add on down here so I can see. So it looks like I have 51 people who are going to be on this trip altogether. And I can fit 10 people per boat. So over here I'm going to use a picture to help me here. So if I have 10 people on this boat, if I have another boat, that'd be 20 people. Another boat would be 30 people, 40 people, 50 people, but I have 51 people. And I know that I can't just throw 11 on a boat. It said 10 people can fit. So I'm going to have to get one more boat because I have that extra person. So I'll probably will just make it only so there may not be 10 people in each boat. I would hate for one person to go alone. But I know I at least have to have this many boats. And it looks like I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boats in order to be able to go. If I have 51 people, this is how many boats I would need. So I'll let you fill in the answer on the number line of what's the minimum amount of boats I have. But hopefully this kind of helped you figure out how I thought through this. Now let's go ahead and look at part B. And it says it'll cost $35 to rent each boat. How much will it cost to rent all the boats needed for the trip? So we figured out over here just how many boats it is that I needed all together. So if I know that, each of those boats that I have, I know it cost $35 to rent each boat. So, 35. So what I need to do is, if each of these boats cost $35, how much is that all together? And I think you can figure that out. So hopefully this helped you, and good luck on the real world problem.